Welcome, everyone. So I'll be kicking us off. Bruce asked me to talk about being young in travel. So let's jump in. So this is my business card. I'm formerly an account executive at Google. I work with the Google travel team, which means I get to come to work every day and think about the success of destinations online. So a little bit of background of how I got to this point. So I'm a born and raised Scotty in Wisconsin. Yes, thank you. This is where I came from, and I actually really wanted to stay in Wisconsin, but I made the trip 5 years ago for what was offered as my dream job in Silicon Valley. And when I first joined Google, I was bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I was told you're going to be working with DMOs and some other guys, but generally keep in mind that they're pretty traditional, they're slow to move, and they spend everything in offline media, so good luck. So we got the challenge, and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right out of college, I met our founder, Larry Page, and we had 3 challenges. 1, find the trends, show people the trends, and just disrupt. Change things. And so I was given a budget, and I was given clients, and just carte blanche to do whatever I want. So what did we do? Well, we accomplished a lot. This is an example of something we did as we rethought how you visit Vegas before you go. This was called GeoVegas, and it really uses Street View, for instance, to go inside a property and allow millennials, but everyone, to sort of step into Vegas before you go, and you can see here this is their high roller. Or what if you provided this opportunity to look inside hotels and decide, is this going to be the hotel for me? So this was GeoVegas, and you can see how it functions here. Another example of what we did is really work on content. We'll have a session later today where we dive in on this, but we worked with Visit California and many other destinations and companies to really say, these are all the different areas of California that you should love. And we launched 24 videos on the same day and lots on YouTube, and you've probably heard me here last year talking about that. So as a result of this, I've been able to travel the country, and while it's not my core role, I'm passionate about it, and I've probably done like 50 keynotes. And I'm used to being the youngest person there, and I'm used to being often one of the younger attendees, and I always kept that very secret. And what I noticed pretty quickly is that my peers, well, first off, there were very few of them. Like this is at governors' conferences and other conferences, and typically when I spoke to them, I'd seek them out, what do you work on? They were generally working on the same thing, which is social media, as if to say, here you go, kids, right? And that's not to say that social media is not important. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that because millennials make up much of the travel industry and are travelers, that we need to match that. So this is why I think this is problematic. Mark Fields from Ford says, along with product excellence, delivered with passion and innovation, it's critical that our employees reflect the diverse perspectives of our customers. Our workforce should represent our customers. And I don't think that's happening in travel right now. This is a study from BCG that says, and this is the canary in the coal mine, it says that within the next 5 years, millennials will take over as the highest share of wallet for business spending. Business spending on flights. Okay, so I'm going to ask something of you in a second. Also, we saw these in the last presentation, but not only are millennials becoming the largest generation, but they're spending the most as well. And when I go to these conferences, the people that are shaping what this industry of ours is for us aren't necessarily the people we're targeting, and that's okay. But I'm going to ask that anyone that's 35 or younger, please stand up. I mean it. So stand up if you're 35 or younger and look around, because these are our future leaders. These are the folks that we should literally be giving the farm to. Give them budgets. Okay, you guys can sit down. Give them budgets, let them run wild, and empower them. And truly, I don't mean social media posting, I mean strategy, I mean our product. And what happens when we do that? Well, I come from Silicon Valley, where over the last 5 years, our industry, technology, has been exporting innovation all over the world, whether it be Uber, Airbnb, and there's a long history of this, but it's very common. And what I would say is where you do this and where you empower your young people, you export that innovation. Whoop, I think we missed my other slide. Yes, we export innovation. Okay, so this is what's happening in Silicon Valley, and I really think the travel industry has a lot to learn about this. So last year, I was very surprised to receive a note from HSMAI, which many of you are familiar with, notifying me that I'd been selected last year, crazy title, one of the top 25 most extraordinary minds in travel sales and marketing. And first off, I was very surprised. Second off, I wanted to ask if I was the youngest person ever to award it, but I was afraid that they'd realize they'd made a mistake and realize that I actually just turned 27. And so over the last 4 years, I've always been really quiet about that, and I've sort of blended in and just acted older than I am, but I'm 27. So I accepted that award. I'm still afraid that they made a mistake. But what I would say is it was really validation for me that a disruptive message to travel, being unapologetic about how we need to change our experiences where travelers find us, our marketing, as well as how we measure success for millennials is really important, and I really challenge you at this conference and at others that you go to do the same. To be very clear, this does not mean that you turn a certain age and you're not eligible to market. I think that's absolutely wrong. We need leadership from our mentors as well, but the balance is maybe not even right now. So thank you.